Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Hi. My name's Andrew Peterson. It's good to be here tonight. Um, I just got here. I had another thing I had to do, and I just walked in and heard the end of the first half, and wow, it was really good. So I'm excited to hear the second half. A few quick shopkeeping things. Do me a favor and clap if you are a Rabbit Room member. Hey, thank you. So those people who are clapping right now are the reason we are able to do this show and so many awesome things in the Rabbit Room. If you're at all interested in what it means to be a member of the Rabbit Room, then grab somebody who's here with the Rabbit Room, and we will happily tell you about it. Or you can just go to rabbitroom.com and find out. But it's this really sweet opportunity to kind of like join in helping to make beautiful things, put beautiful things into the world, draw attention to those things, and watch how community kind of springs up around those things, for the sake of the gospel of Jesus. So it's a pretty wonderful thing to be a part of. So thank you. I want to see you running sound is so running sound. So thank you guys very much. For all of that. One of the fun things, Ronald Blue also have. So, okay, last thing is sometimes there's a bonus. And so one of the fun things is if there is a singer-songwriter in the crowd that we see and know, and we say, hey, you want to come do a song to kick off the second half. So my friend Miriam is from the UK. She's, I think, were you born in Canada? I can never remember. You lived in Canada for a minute, but you're kind of from Nashville-ish area, and then lived in Canada, now is in the UK. We met over there. Her husband, Jez Carr, which is the coolest name in the world. Jez is heading up Hutchmoot UK stuff over there. He's a wonderful guy, liaison with artists, and she is here in town. And we said, hey, you want to do a song? So will you all please give a very warm welcome to my friend, Miss Miriam Jones.
Thank you. Thank you. It is so nice to be in Nashville. And my grandparents were here most of my growing up life. And I would say, profoundly influenced by the music that she listened to, which is mostly Nashville music. And I love listening to this, like, beautiful singing, beautiful singing, beautiful singing, everybody. So I'm going to turn up my volume. I'm going to do a song from my latest album. It's just called Reach for the Morning, and it's the title track, so it is also called Reach for the Morning. In your beautiful for the both of you. Child in the in your night out. Love every way. So desire your way to the kingdom. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now, now, talk my wife into getting a song we play. It's only next year, and but is a single. Uh, this to uh, uh, diagnosis day, and a surprise. And a couple of years. Oh, it was it's kind of to is going on. I criticize that. It's always hard to understand that, and lost for a while how to do it, and so I tried Carlton Pond. Big fan. In an hour and a book, and it was really very moved to describe the that I was reading. I mine had people who all this. I did that, and makes a lot of sense. Oh, was one, and I ghost that Thoreau got. It was almost I just got the week before. And I did, and He's a shack out the wood, worried about he's just a good stay. He's got he's got away with he's got paints a Walden Pond. Got a pretty and he's shy behind his million hobby. Looks like he would the sea about he's not now good stay. Way of thinking and he speaks and he's happy. It's a Percy free way of thinking. He looks like me. He's cold and now. Oh, I'm sorry now. For ingredients, but I'm dream is a virtue and I'm so to me the state of humankind is one that looks so typical. It easily isn't mine. And I know I said I'm sorry, but what's the sorry for? If the hall that I keep a running down has finally got a door. He's calm and he's happy. He's got a long ways to go. His colors have found their melodies like winter's final snow. Loving all who find him will take the rest of time. It's a job he's finally suited for, a song that's found its rhyme. And it's now just occurred to me, his beautiful mind.
It's beautiful. Um, this, I think, for exercise that I look at in terms fellow sabbatical, I'm back saying it said some strength but actually show me my weakness. But in doing so, be reminded of the strength that we have in Christ. And this song for me is an exercise in the same, you know, being stuck in the apartment and the housing market outpacing your budget feels a lot like failure. Having to spend a few days in the hospital with a seven-month-old feels like failure. Being stuck in situations in life, or just stuck in my own phone and hearing the voices of the world around me and of, you know, everything that's going wrong, it feels like failure. The moments, as it were, let's feel so, and remember those things.
Everybody have you, and we're still grateful. Don't want to stay. Got my mirror and but what if I have more than I can comprehend on the other side? And resurrection's not about getting everything. Great. Wanna look at us within. It crumples up my baby. But if I think that the other side before I die, oh God, help me be satisfied in you. God, I want to be grateful. I want to look into the mystery of that table where before broken bread, spilled wine, you want to be.
Guys, this is Mary Grace. She's so wonderful. We've been friends for a while. She knew Nashville too, called classical music. I'm Billy, and we've been married for about 11 years. We have 2 kids, and about a year after we got married, we moved to the Middle East and lived there for 3 years. And it was such an amazing experience. So many incredible things happened. But one of the hard things was I stopped playing music. And I remember coming back to the States, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know Every Moment Holy. Everybody know that book pretty much? That one, skimmed by it, and one day I just opened it up. Anyway, prayed that prayer. I wrote the song, and it's kind of sweet because when we were in the green room, Brandon opened up, I think it was that same volume, and he prayed that you pray before you go on stage. And I just... Is my guitar out of tune? Really quick. I actually can't even... I feel like... wanted to... I mean, it sounds good to me. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Dreams, the stars could move, but no harder. And oh, it's been a long time since I could sing a song, and it's kind of sad how I've listened to every voice but my own. But I'm remembering how to dream again, how to feel again, how to need again, and as silly as it may seem, I'm remembering how to dream. Well, I've heard many voices over the years. They drove me to the desert where I drank all my tears. The voices would tell me to die to your heart, and what's the use of trying? You're too late to start. But I've read the Bible, I know Joseph had dreams, and David had a heart full of songs he would sing. And Abram wasn't too old to count stars in the sky, with a wish in his heart and a tear in his eye. And oh, it's been a long time since I could sing a song, and it's kind of sad how I've listened to every voice but my own. But I'm remembering how to dream again, how to feel again, how to need again, and as as silly as it may seem. I'm remembering how to dream. Oh, I'm remembering how to dream. Oh, I'm remembering how to dream.
Oh, it's so good. That's awesome. If I had your voice, I would just sing everywhere. I'd be at the bank. I'd be like, give me money. And they'd be like, here it is, because you're so great. All right. Because I have teenagers, I'm going to take my Be Real. That's your first one. I love that song. So I, for many years, I've written a bunch of sad white boy songs because that's what I thought I had to do to be cool. Because I grew up in the age of Pearl Jam and Counting Crows, and for the last few years, I've really devoted my work life and a lot of my just life to songs for the churches, which is something I didn't used to like. But mostly I didn't used to like it because I either thought they were boring or stupid. And some of the songs that are boring, I've realized I like that they're boring. It's actually nice because it's nice to like rest a little bit, and it's nice to be familiar with things. And some of the songs that are stupid, still kind of sometimes think are stupid. That sounds really dark and cynical, and I'm so sorry. I didn't mean that. I'm just tired. But what I love is that there are so many wonderful, beautiful songs that the church sings. So many. And I grew up in a fundamentalist church in the middle of a cornfield in Illinois, and I believe like 2% of what they taught me, because a lot of it was crazy. But they did teach me a little bit about Jesus, which I'm thankful for. But we sang a lot of old hymns. And then I became a Presbyterian for a long time, and we sang a lot of those same hymns. And now I'm an Anglican, and we sing a lot of those same hymns. But they've believed like wildly different things about the gospel. Thankfully, Jesus is bigger than all of those things that like the systems that we try to make to explain who he is, because he's bigger than them and he is better than them, and that is good. But I think a lot of why I've been able to stay in the faith when a lot of my friends have left is because of these songs. That it's not just the words of the songs, it's the very like DNA of the fact that they've been passed down from generations. They carry this weight. There's just something. There's like a thread, that just you're wrapped up in, whether you want to be or not, almost. And it's like this is your story too. And I'm so thankful for that. And I'm so thankful for the chance to get to play a small part in like making a new knot on that thread. That's a good analogy. I'm going to use that again. All that to say is that I've loved learning about this kind of song and writing songs specifically for churches to use. But like I said, a lot of my friends really, and me too, sometimes struggle with where they fit in the church. So it's hard to write songs for the church with a bunch of people who go, I don't know if I belong there, or I don't know where I fit anymore, because that pastor's in jail now, and that guy turned out to be a crook, and the person that taught me all about grace is now like a full-on conspiracy theorist in politics. And like it means that we, in a lot of ways, there's a generation of people who don't really know how to trust the church because they've lost sense of like where to trust. And I say they, it's we, it's me. And so I've been trying to write songs and help shepherd a community of songwriters to not just write church songs, but write church songs for the spiritually homeless, for the people that love Jesus and who are loved by Jesus, but haven't quite figured out where they can fit at the moment. So that was too much preaching. I'm going to play a song. It's based on Psalm 85, where God's people say, like, we know you're speaking, but we don't hear you. And we know you're going to redeem us, but we haven't seen it. But when you do, we will rejoice again. So this song is called Rejoice Again. Let us hear your voice, O God, for you are speaking, you are speaking. Let us walk in peace, O God, and not return to our foolish ways. Revive us, restore us, reveal yourself anew. Redeemer, our healer, our God of hope and truth. Oh, we, your people, will rejoice again. Rejoice, rejoice, we lift our voice. We, your people, are revived again by your glorious, unfailing love. Let us know your presence, God, for you are with us, you are with us. Lead us in your righteousness. Give us the courage to obey. Revive us, restore us, reveal yourself anew. Redeemer, our healer, our God of hope and truth. Oh, we, your people, will rejoice again. Rejoice, rejoice, we lift our voice. We, your people, are revived again by your glorious, unfailing love. So one of the things I love about going to this little Anglican church now is that we say a lot of the same things over and over every week. And sometimes you pay attention to them and sometimes you kind of don't. But one day you realize that, like, those words, those phrases, those scriptures are like deep in your marrow. And they have changed who you are from the inside out. And so every week we sing, Christ has died, Christ is risen, and Christ will come again. Oh, as it was in the beginning, it shall be at the end. Would you sing that with me? Christ has died, Christ is risen. Christ has died, Christ is risen, Christ will come again, and Christ will come again. Oh, as it was in the beginning, it shall be at the end, shall be at the end. One more time. Christ has died, Christ has died, Christ is risen, and Christ will come again. Oh, as it was in the beginning, as it was in the beginning, it shall be at the end, it shall be at the end. We, your people, will rejoice again. Rejoice, rejoice, we lift our voice. We, your people, are revived again by your glorious, unfailing love. By your glorious, unfailing love. By your glorious, unfailing love. Thanks.
Well, if this is the part of the show where all the white boys sing the sad songs, then buckle up, Buttercup. Is it okay if I sing something new? I wrote this maybe 2 weeks ago. This is the first time I've ever sang it in front of you. You're very close. I don't honestly know what to say about this because I wrote it in a time of just heartbreak upon kind of reading the news of, what's been going on in the Middle East. And I have no words. I don't understand it. I'm not going to pretend to understand it. I really have no opinions. I know it's awful. There are a lot of other people who have opinions, say this person's awful, this group's awful. I have no idea. I do know that there have been a lot of people who have died, and that makes me really sad. And I was sitting in my office realizing that, I'll be 30 in February. I've seen this happen so many times in my short life. And so I did what I do when I'm sad, and I wrote a song. And it goes like this.
I was a boy, some folks would say. Heaven's just so far away, between the dark and moral gray. I can't see another way, so heaven must come down to set us free. I was a kid, 2 towers fell, and heaven sure felt more like hell. And who was bad we could not tell, but thou shalt drop thy mortar shells, and boys turned into men to set us free. I would pray for that awesome day when we'd all go back home in the blink of an eye. Fold my hands with my head in the sand and live out my life on borrowed time. I was a man, the war did end. Another one took its place again. We all sit around and list their sins, while the kids who will never be held again say, heaven, please come down and set us free. I would plead on bended knee to be whisked far away in the blink of an eye. Fold my hands with my head in the sand see heaven in a floor-length mirror. Dressed in grace I proudly wear, the kind of grace I'll always share. As heaven came right down and set us free. And heaven came right down and set us free. 'Cause heaven's here and now to set you free.
What an honor just to get to listen to songs like that. That's awesome, y'all. Y'all, this has been so fun. I think this is round 4, which is crazy. It comes and goes so fast. But I thought I'd end with this newer song of mine as well. I didn't write it in the last 2 weeks. That's very impressive. It is? It is. I'm going to keep the theme going. I think it's hopeful and sad. I think sad and hopeful belong together. That's kind of the joy of Sad Boy White song. Anyways, Sad Boy White song. That's not. Anyways, I'm gonna leave that one alone. That does not work. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate it. Ooh, how do I recover from this? Okay, so this song is called Theseus in Oklahoma, and it's kind of as weird as it sounds. But I'll explain. This is a weird one. So my wife's here tonight, which is awesome. She got to join me on this part of the tour. I'm entering a fall tour tonight, which is so fun. I'm excited to see my 2-year-old at home in a couple days here. Yeah, so good. Anyways, but I'm getting to this threshold in life. She's the youngest of 3. I'm the oldest of 3. So we kind of have like she's a few laps ahead of me on the like family thresholds journey kind of thing. And I'm just now kind of catching up. And so that means in our family, we're starting to lose like a particular generation. And honestly, it's been really hard. And I recognize in the difficulty of that, that's actually like reveals a lot of value. Like I had really wonderful relationships with my grandparents. But I lost my mom's dad last August, not this August, but in 2022. And just because of the nature of his legacy living in a town called Ardmore, Oklahoma. Anybody know of or been to Ardmore, Oklahoma? And I mean, it happens. Okay, all right, we got to talk about Ardmore afterwards. But anyways, this song is only marginally about Ardmore, Oklahoma, but it is kind of about Ardmore, Oklahoma. Anyways, he lived there over like 75 years of his life. And there's just so much history there. I remember spending a lot of summers there. And so when he passed, it wasn't only like losing him on this side of glory, so to speak. It's also like we lost this footprint in this town that meant so much to us. And suddenly one person being gone and the whole town looks different. And it made me think about, there's a philosophy, this thought experiment called the Ship of Theseus. Anybody heard of that? More people than Ardmore, maybe? Okay, cool. All right, so Ship of Theseus goes like this. Basically, philosopher guy stares at a boat, and it's in the harbor in Athens. Apparently, by legend, Theseus took it on his adventures, whatever. Doesn't matter. The point is, over time, to keep it in the harbor, the planks on the boat start to rot, and they start to warp. So they have to be replaced. So philosophers do what they do well, which is stare at something and think a long time about it, and ask a really good question that like wrecks your life. And the question is, at which point does that boat not stay the Ship of Theseus? Like, how many planks do you have to swap out before it loses its identity? So I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about Ardmore, Oklahoma. Thinking about the new creation, Theseus in Oklahoma. I think Theseus was onto something, and I can feel it in this Oklahoma town. 'Cause the streets I used to feel like home in, I feel like someone else's now. And you can drive by the same lights at Christmas and still eat at that old burger place downtown. But Theseus knows something's different, and I can feel it in my heart right now. My grandpa was a history teacher, even more a hero than old Theseus.
through faithful work over many years, many thousand lives were touched, and my knuckles bear a dear resemblance to his that worked beneath the Oklahoma sky, that baited hooks and dug for fossils many childhood Julys. So if you see me crying driving down I-35, I hope you won't be surprised by the reason, 'cause those same exit signs that used to make me feel alright have me grieving now. Yeah, nothing feels the same. He taught me something. You take one brick out of a house and you've changed the town. Well, how much more when that town loses someone that you cared so much about? And we buried him just down the road. He's reunited with dog. And I've no by the reason, 'cause those same things that used to make me feel right have me grieve. Feels the same. Now I'm longing for the new creation, for a comfort past the loneliness and pain. Oh Jesus, hear my supplication for something wonderful, and where the red dirt prairie, it's out Arbuckle. I can tarry memories down to the house with always, and I'll hear him story my life. Now it's just, and hope it'll be this way. Always, but remains. Y'all sing with me. When we've been there 10,000 bright to sing God and river. We
Thank you for coming in. Can we also give it up for Rachel, who made all? I was just He made us like just so much at how much she cooked. So thank you, Rachel. This last song is called Van Gogh, and it's a pep talk song. And I can sometimes take a passive approach to life, and sometimes I need to hear these words, and maybe one of my passive friends out there, one of you tonight, could use a pep talk too. So this is called Van Gogh.
You used to think that you were amazing, made in the image of beauty, stardust riding on the wind of the galaxies. But life came around and knocked you in the teeth. You fell to your knees, and I sight of forgot. You're not genuine, what kind you with your arms. I wish I could make you realize all this stuff. Come on, you gotta get up. I had enough. You you dream lasso the moon, 'cause you think it, but let go of the rope. Now easy just it is a little someone to find out when what you don't see your eyes. I can make you realize. Come on, get back up. You think you've had enough? Come on, get back up. You gotta get back up. You've got to get back up. You've got to get back. Open your heart. Let hope come in.
Thank you guys for being here tonight. Thanks everybody for playing so good. What a gift. Thanks Brandon and Dewey and Rachel in the Rabbit Room. I didn't write this song 2 weeks ago, but I wrote it right there. Right about empty chair. With my friends Sarah Kroger and Taylor Lenhart, we wrote this song based on an old Catholic prayer. It's called Peace of God. So I'd like to sing this over you tonight. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. If you feel it, you just... That's for everybody. It's in D. It's got like 2 chords. So. Peace of God, reign in me, beyond my understanding, beyond my unbelief. Love of God, abide in me. Keep my heart forever in the shelter of the peace of God. The blessing of Almighty God, the Father, Spirit, and the Son, come fall upon us now. Come fall upon us now. The blessing of Almighty God, the Father, Spirit, and the Son, come fall upon us now. Come fall upon us now. Peace of God, reign in me, beyond my understanding, beyond my unbelief. Love of God, abide in me. Keep my heart forever in the shelter of the peace of God. A whispered voice, a guiding light, a cloud by day, a fire by night. You dwell among us now. You dwell among us now. A whispered voice, a guiding light, a cloud by day, a fire by night. You dwell within us now. You dwell within us now. Forever, forever, now and forever. Amen. Forever, forever, now and forever. Amen. Peace of God, reign in me, beyond my understanding, beyond my unbelief. Love of God, abide in me. Keep my heart forever in the shelter. Keep my heart forever in the shelter. And I will dwell forever in the shelter of the peace of God. Thanks so much.
Let's hear it for these guys. Okay, a couple pieces of housekeeping before we say goodnight. If you could, afterwards, grab your scones and remaining coffee bits and those sorts of things. But after you get that stuff, we're going to ask you guys, you can hang out and mill around on the porch back here as long as you'd like. But we're going to go ahead and need to get the room reset for another event tomorrow. So get your things and then enjoy this perfect fall evening. And then while you are out there, is Laura Trout in here? Where are you at, Laura? Laura's back there. Y'all wave at Laura. Say hi, Laura. Laura works here at the Rabbit Room and has graciously offered to open the bookstore out here. If you don't know, the Rabbit Room is also a fairly prolific publisher of wonderful books, including Every Moment Holy, which you guys heard about earlier. Mandi was talking about, that I'm talking about. And Laura has graciously offered to keep the bookstore open for a little bit. So while you're out there, go down to this barn. That's this building that's down here. There will be books that are for sale. They are wonderful. You should buy all of them. And I think that's it. Can y'all think of any other announcements, Rabbit Roomy people? No? Mapes. Thanks, guys.